What's up, guys? I'm down here at my car wash. I'm gonna make this video on winterizing my car wash. So weather's getting colder. I've already had a couple nights where it got below 32 degrees. So I went ahead and ordered some soap that I need, and I'm just gonna kind of take you through what I do in the wintertime. Like, I had someone at the bank the other day ask me if I had to shut down. She's like, "You have to shut down for the wintertime, right?" And I was like, definitely not. It's not as lucrative as the summertime, but I never have a month in the wintertime that I lose money or I break even. I'm always profitable, even if it's not as fruitful as the summertime. There's not as much to the wintertime as you might think. It's not that bad. So first and foremost, I do have to order foam brush soap it's called Sub-Zero. So you can see right there. So this is my Weep Miser machine. Now, it is not negative 22 degrees out here. It's like 57 degrees right now. It says that because I've got to fix the sensor. These haven't even been on since last winter. But this connects to bays 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All my bays, I have 6 bays. And all you do is you turn this on. And what this does is it shoots a little stream of water up, through, and out to all my spigots outside. So the weepers take a lot of adjusting because you don't want the stream that's coming out to be so forceful and so prominent that people can just come by here and wash their cars off. Like, it just needs to be ever so slightly, just barely coming out of the end. All right, so I just turned my weep machine on right here, and I see I've got a leak right here for base 6. I was wondering why there was no water coming out of base 6. And I soon came back in here and realized that it was spraying water. I don't know if you can see it right there or not. But I'm just gonna cut the pipe and put a shark bite on here. Just like one of these, that's what I'm gonna do to it. All right, so I just used my pipe cutters, cut here and I cut here. Now it's pouring water out. So now I'm gonna attach both ends of the hose into each end of this shark bite, and it'll be good to go. And boom, we're back in business. This is why I love these shark bites so much, is because anyone can do it. I mean, I literally just cut here, cut down here, and then I inserted this tube into here. Gotta make sure it's pushed in all the way. And then I pushed it up into this one. So now we're good to go. It's literally just a push connect fitting right here. And I turn the water back on. There's no more leakage, and I'm ready to go for the winter. So the reason for that is so that water is just continuously flowing through my lines. It doesn't stop and freeze, harden up, and then bust my lines. It's continually flowing, and then when this gets above freezing, it'll shut off. And then when it detects that it's below 32 degrees, it'll turn itself back on. So very convenient to have. The only difference is my electricity bill is a little bit higher because these are on like sometimes all night, sometimes for 3 hours, for 4 hours. Just as long as it's before 32 degrees, it's gonna stay on. Now you can see some of these holes leading outside have some insulation in them. Not the best. I'm probably gonna put some of that stuff that you can spray in there. Kind of like this right here. I did this not too long ago because like there wasn't enough insulation in there, and you could feel the cold air drifting in. So I've tried to hit that in as many spots as I could. I've also got it over there some, right there, just in different spots that you could feel a draft coming in. And so what happens is, now that I've got everything pretty well sealed up, I'm gonna go back over a few things and get another can of that stuff that fills in the cracks. But you can shut this in, and it gets pretty warm in here. Like, truly, it doesn't get too cold. You turn some heaters on, everything stays nice and warm. Another thing I'll do is, you see my attic up there? I have like 4 or 5 little space heaters, and on the nights that it gets really, really, really cold, like in the 20s, I will also turn those on as well. I run extension cords from the top, and I plug them into all my outlets down here, and I'll turn those on as well. And that's only when I only do that when it gets super, super, super cold, like in the 20s and the teens. And it does sometimes get that way here in Tennessee. So that's another thing I'll have to do, is I'll have to get the space heater set up, which those kind of make me nervous because, like, there's a lot of different stuff up there, and like I just make sure that they're not too close to each other or too close to a surface so it could catch on fire, because that's like super scary to even think about. Another thing is I buy this special Sub-Zero foam brush soap. So this is my normal soap right here. It's grape. and then this is the Sub-Zero right here. So this is extremely expensive because the reason it doesn't freeze is because they put methanol in it. And so that's what keeps it from freezing, whereas this stuff right here, it'll freeze up in my foam brush lines and nothing will come out. So like I was ordering that methanol from Clean Right, which, you know, that's where I get most of my soap from. And I quit ordering from them altogether because it was so expensive. One, because the methanol that they use, which is, you know, what it uses to make it not freeze. And then also they had this weird like hazardous material fee that they would tack onto it on top of that because they were transporting methanol. So I finally found someone local that'll give me that, which is much better because it's already expensive enough. I don't need any more extra fees on top of all the stuff I'm paying. So, but what I'll do is I just switch this right here when I know it's going to be below freezing. And so, like right now, this is siphoning in the grape escape. So I'll have to switch this over and put it in this barrel, and then it'll start sucking up. You'll see that this turns from purple to yellow, and it'll shoot it out through all my lines, which are right up there. Yeah, right there. And it'll go out and it won't freeze, which is really great. Because the last thing you want to do is be replacing all these lines just because of a bust when it got too cold. It sucks. So that's really it, to be honest with you. I mean, as long as you've got the antifreeze soap running through your lines, as long as you've got your weepers going on, I mean, you're pretty much good to go. Your heaters are going to help in here and up in the attic. They do sell different antifreeze soaps, such as tire cleaner, antifreeze high pressure soap, antifreeze pre-soak, antifreeze wax, all that stuff. But I've found that the weepers work perfectly for me. And, you know, if you're in a colder climate, like if you're up north somewhere, then that would probably be great for you. Because honestly, there probably are places up north, like in Canada, New York, places up there, where it gets so cold that even these other antifreeze soaps that I have would harden up and freeze and bust. So, you know, that's a thing if you're up north you want to look into. But here in Tennessee, you know, winters are normally mild, knock on wood before I say that. And so I just have to have foam brush soap, which is a blessing because no matter what soap you order in antifreeze, it's gonna cost you an arm and a leg. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm definitely not looking forward to the winter time. I do not like cold weather at all. It's much more enjoyable in the summer, but it's also not that much work to do in the winter time. So please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know any video ideas or like questions you guys have in the comments so I can make more videos on the topics you guys want me to discuss. So, but thank you very much for the support. Check out the links I have below, and I'll see you in the next video.